Hi, friends. Hi. It's your girl, Coach Tucker. Welcome to my little corner, these YouTube streets where I show up every single day at 4 p.m. ish Central Standard Time with the one mission, with the one goal of helping as many women as I possibly can on their weight loss journey and to help them feel better and look their best. And if that's what you're looking for, if you're the woman who's tired of looking in the mirror, who's tired, hey, Miss Annette, tired of saying, Harper, who is this woman? Okay. Not recognizing the person who is looking back at you. If you are the woman who is tired of telling yourself, I'm going to start over on Monday and I mean it for real this time, and you are really ready to do something, okay? And you like it here, I need you to make sure you are subscribed. All right. So listen, not only subscribe, make sure your notifications are turned on because I come here every single day to share what I know with you. And how do I know what I know? Listen, 5 years ago, I was 80 pounds heavier than I am today with a whole bunch of chronic illnesses and ailments. Felt terrible in my body. Okay. Extremely fatigued, ocular migraines, debilitating menstrual cycles, uh, sugar addiction, high blood pressure, the list goes on and on and on. Sometimes I forget. So that's why I come here every single day with the desire of encouraging as many women as I can that listen, this you can change where you are. Where you are today is not where you have to remain. And I do everything I can to say it in love, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything because I know that doesn't help anybody. So we just are coming off a week of talking about how to set a standard for losing weight. And we're not going to keep tiptoeing around the thing. So here's what I need you to know. And I mean this with all the love in the world. You can't keep living like this, okay? You can't keep living like this where you wake up and before you even put your feet on the floor, you tired. And then you even more tired by the time it's time for you to go to bed. And I'm not talking just about your physical weight, but I'm talking about in every part of your life. Heaviness in your mind, your schedule is heavy, your guilt is heavy, your shame is heavy. All right. You can't keep living like this because you keep convincing yourself that it's just a season, and once work slows down, or y'all don't have as many projects at the job, once the kids get a little older, once summer break comes, once they go back to school, once you get back from vacation, once they stop doing the thing they're doing down at the church, then you're going to take the time and you're going to focus on you. And I want to know how many more seasons are we going to be in this season? Okay. Because the truth is, this is your life. All right. When you keep repeating this season after season after season after season after season, this is your life. All right. And I want you to know that living this way is expensive. It's costing you. It's costing you. All right. So I don't have no sweet words today. I want to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, because I love you too much to let you keep playing like this. Okay. I love you too much to let you keep playing like it's an option. So you cannot keep living like this. First of all, not only is it not sustainable to keep living this way, it's expensive. And you might think I'm talking about dollars, but I ain't talking about money. All right. It's costing you every single day. So here's how you are paying for it. You pay in energy every time you eat something wild and crazy for breakfast. All right. Or you drive through Chick-fil-A and get the same thing every day, but you show up for everybody else's problems. You pay in your confidence when you don't want to look in the mirror or take a picture with nobody or squeeze into clothes that used to fit really well. You pay in your peace of mind when you lay down at night and wish you had done the day differently and tell yourself, I'm going to start fresh tomorrow. And the worst part is, baby, you the one funding all of this, okay? You are taking care, like you writing energy checks for everybody, what everybody else needs. But you are bankrupt, okay? You got no money in the bank, all right? So the life you're living is life you're living the way you're living, where you don't eat right, where you don't move your body, where you don't rest properly, where you don't pause and rest, where you don't drink enough water. Um, you don't get away with it. Like it doesn't, there's no pass for it. There are receipts and they're on your body. There are receipts. Okay. So here's where you can see it showing up in your body. Here go your receipts. Brain fog. When you couldn't piece together a clear thought. Your brain is so tired sometimes, baby. You like, baby, don't ask me. No, nobody asked me nothing else about nothing. All right. You feel it in your body when you can't button your pants no more. When you when you try on your jeans and you swear the dryer must have shrunk them. Something must be wrong with the what? Something must be wrong with these pants. You feel it when you snap at your children because baby, you ain't got no more energy for nothing else today. You feel it when your husband want to be close, but you, baby, don't feel like it, bloated, embarrassed, heavy, all the things. All right. So I just need to keep it 100. You are losing some parts of your life. All right. You're not losing weight and you're not being able to, you losing clarity. Losing years of your life. You losing looking in the mirror and recognizing the person that you see. And so you get used to this after a while. If you keep this up, you get used to it. And we give it cutesy little names like a little busy season, but it's really just the uh, accumulation of neglect in our body. All right. So I know you keep telling yourself, I can just get through this week. And then you say that every week. And then your health doesn't get any better. You say, I'll be fine. But the truth is, you ain't been fine in a long time. We be like, I'm all right. You really not. You just been functioning. You don't need to be motivated. You just need to tell you the truth. Okay. Because if we don't tell ourselves the truth and begin to change some things, then we stay stuck here forever. And the tricky thing about life and days and hours and minutes is we keep thinking that we have time. All right. But the time that you never get back is what living like this is stealing from you. Okay. So I always want to like tell you what to do. Okay. I need you to learn that you do not have to spend your days and your time and energy dealing with things that you don't want to deal with snacks. All right. Because that's what's happening to some of us. Food is our therapist, is our BFF. All right. So it's scrolling. All right. It's time to stop putting you at the bottom of your to-do list. Because I say it all the time. You do not get another body. You don't get another body. We now can we turn this thing around and fix it? You can, but there's damage that has been done that cannot be undone. And we got no more days to keep on doing it. And what I had to tell myself when it was me and it was my journey, I'm like, you got to do this now while it's an option, like while you still got time before you really have to do it, before it's mandatory. And so the goal is for you not to wait until you have no other option but to take the pill or to get the surgery or whatever it is that you end up having to do, or you're getting the divorce, or your kids are too old and they've moved and they don't want to be with you anymore. All right. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. So my encouragement today is really stop acting like you got time, okay? Stop acting like just because you have been making it, because you have been surviving, and because nothing terrible has happened yet, that is not there's not an emergency that we need to deal with. I think we get confused though. I think we think that surviving is fine. Like I'm okay. I'm surviving. That's never God's intention for us. All right. The word says that he came so we can have life and have it to the full and have life and have it more abundantly. And so this is why I said you can't keep living like this. You cannot keep living like this. So my prayer today is that you get pushed into urgency. All right. That you get pushed into the place where you get sick and tired, because I know it's in that place that you would be willing to do anything. My prayer is that it's not a medical emergency or something that you can't opt your way out of. Okay. The other thing I want to say is you deserve to have better. You deserve to have better. Like so many of us, we be like, I'm just tired. I'm just busy. No, you are living a life that's literally like draining you. You pour out all day long. You go to your job, you go to them people job and give them the best you got. You come home, you give your family the best you got. You at the church giving them the best you got. Your friends, your family, your neighbors, they can count on you to give them the best you got. And you survive enough of caffeine to do it. Okay. Caffeine is the is the gasoline that's fueling the tank. But you give your best. You don't show up to them people meetings and give less than your best. You on some teams that you give your best. You give your best running these errands, checking these emails. But by the time it's time for your turn, you have nothing left. So then you get the leftovers. You get the part of you that can't do nothing but scroll and eat a little couple of snack crumbs and survive. And if you keep living like this, if you haven't already, you're going to think this is normal. And it's not. And what I know to be true is when we think it's normal, it's hard to imagine that it could be different. I know. It's hard to me. I used to read. I go back in my phone and scroll and see all the memes and all the things that I would save, inspiration, motivation, encouragement. It was like I was meaning to get around to it. And it literally took God to show me, like, no, this has to happen right now. It wasn't a medical emergency, but it felt that way, the way God said, you have to do it now. And so I am telling you that you have a responsibility to you. You have a responsibility to your Father to do better. Some of us are, it's so interesting to me. So Monday and Tuesday are heavy days. I get the amazing opportunity to coach. And so I was on a coaching call this morning, and there was a lady on there saying, she was just sharing how losing weight, that wasn't even her thing. But some of us are carrying around all these things and they don't even bother you. Like the brain fog, you so used to it, it doesn't bother you. The belly fat, the visceral fat, the blood pressure, it doesn't bother you. You've taken it, you've seen it high, you're like, hey, it is what it is. It doesn't bother you because you're the kind of person that knows how to keep it together. And typically that type of person keeps it together on the outside for everybody, but on the inside is falling apart. All right. So I need you to walk into a season where almost next month we'll be halfway through the year. All right. I need you to walk into a season where you stop telling people you're fine. All right. I need you to walk into a season where you stop thinking that it's selfish to put you on your list. If I asked you what you did for you today, it will probably be way on the bottom of the list. And so when I come here, I don't need social intelligence by thinking that you don't know what to do, because I think you know what to do. I think you know what to do for the most part. At least start with what you do know. So then I have to ask myself, if we know and then we don't do it, why is it that we don't do it if we know? And what I know to be true is it's about having a system that works in real life. And the word system sounds completely unsexy. Okay. It sounds like don't nobody want it. It almost reminds me of my coach when I talk about boundaries. He was like, Tuka, don't nobody want them boundaries. Boundaries, systems, habits, routine, they don't sound sexy. They don't sound like something that you want or that you want to run to the store and get. But they are exactly what you need to get you out of this mode of just being on autopilot, surviving, going through your days. All the days look the same, right? And like Dave Ramsey say, that the names are changed to protect the innocent, right? The days look the same, and it just is. Now it's Tuesday, then it's Wednesday, then it's Thursday, then it's then it's Friday. And I'm saying that's just surviving. One of my mentors, Darius Daniels, always says that God will let you live on whatever level you settle for. And so part of having the honest conversation with yourself means being honest with yourself and saying, God desires more for me and more is available to me, but I have chosen to accept this as the life. You've chosen to accept it. And so the more we say, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month, or we push it off, or we delay it, or whatever excuse we give ourselves that makes it acceptable and okay for us to just hold on, wait a minute. Okay. Whatever the excuse is that we give ourselves, you can call it what you want, but it's settling. It's settling for less than God's best for you. It's settling for less than his best. All right. So I want you to know that living this way is costing you your future. It is costing you your ability to enjoy your life without, not liking what you see in the mirror. Okay. Because when you have weight on you, there are just things that are just uncomfortable. Things like crossing your legs. I remember the first time I was able to really cross my legs again. I'm like, show up now. Okay. So just these little things about life and being able to run and play with your children, being able to stand up or walk for long distances or have a long day that involves being on your feet, period, every now and again. Being able to move your body, being able to pump up the jam and get that heart pumping. It's costing you a quality of life. It's costing you clarity of mind. I promise you. I just got off. I really love when I have conversations with my family members because we all live in a family unit and we have shared experiences, and I'd be amazed how we had the same experience and these eyes be different. So the family member was seeing it this way and I was seeing it this way, and it was like, my God. But what God gave me while I was on this phone call is a lot of us aren't clear because we plain flat out tired, right? Things are happening, but our brains, our thought process is so unclear. We don't know what's going on. We don't remember half the stuff that happened. All right. So it's costing you a clarity of mind. It's costing you confidence. All right. It's costing you an ability to keep up with your kids. So you don't need more time. This is what I told them on the call today. We don't need to wait until Monday. They thought there's an activity we do every month, and they said, "Oh, I thought we start on Monday." I said, "No, we don't. We start on the day we start." Okay. If it falls on a Sunday or a Saturday or a Friday, that's the day we start. Okay. So I need for you to make a decision, because the truth is, if you pay attention to your body's already giving you signs that it's sick of you playing. Okay, it's tired of waiting. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I remember when this was probably one of the first times that I started to realize, and here's the great lie, I really believe in the African American community, because there's a lot of unhealthiness that we can mask in the guise of being thick. Okay. So I knew I needed to lose a couple of pounds. Okay. I knew I needed to get some weight off of me. I knew when I would go to the store and try on clothes, the sizes seem to be a little more snug. These 14s I can't just grab a 14 and just trust that it's gonna fit. I'm not a true 14. Okay. I'm a 14, sometimes a 16. And you cute it up, and then now I'm a 16. Okay, now these 16s fitting kind of tight. Forget my 12s. They still in the closet, but baby ain't wore a 9 since I was in college. Just a hot mess. Okay. So I knew that I needed to lose weight. All right. And I knew I'm a teacher. So anybody who's in education knows, like, summertime, prime time for teachers. It's our season. Okay. All the things that have been on hold for all year while you've been out here educating the world's children. Okay. The summertime, they get your attention. So I'm pretty sure I told myself some things like, this summer, I'm going to give me a gym membership and I'm going to go every day. I'm going to be eating my salads and my fruits and veggies. And I'm going to stop eating cookies. I'm pretty sure this is what I said to myself. So what happened was, this is one of the first signs that, like, okay, this is not a game. Pre-pandemic. Pandemic has not happened. I'm in the classroom and I'm teaching. Okay. I don't know what was happening this day, but I believe it was my first experience with an ocular migraine. So the first thing that happens is I had this aura of a sense, like around, like head, like something around me where I feel sort of dizzy, like I might faint. So I'm teaching and I'm like, okay, well, child, hold on, wait a minute. And I sit down because I'm thinking, okay, I'm not okay. Like, something's happening here. I check my heart rate. My heart rate is elevated. I'm hot. So I pick up my phone and do what any good educator would do and go to Google. Okay. Dr. Google said, I'm talking about Dr. Google had me about to have a stroke. I was in the throes of a heart attack. Every ailment you could think of, Dr. Google said I was doing it. So I am like, oh my God, I can't go like this, Lord. No, please, like, no medical emergencies in front of these children. Like, not like this, Lord. So I'm like, okay, y'all, hold on, wait a minute. Miss Jane's not feeling well. Miss Jane's not feeling well. And so I give my phone to one of my very trusted babies. Unlike I say, if something happened, baby, call my husband. You call 911. You go get the principal. The children don't know what's going on, okay? And so I go to the I worked at a school. It was at the school I worked at was at a college campus. So the building we were in had a like a health center. Like people would actually come there to go to see the doctor. It was like a health medical clinic. So I go down there and tell my principal, like, I gotta, like, I make it through this class. Next class, I can't do it. I gotta go down here and see what's going on because I'm not, something is wrong. So I get in there and the lady is like giving me oxygen, y'all. And I'm like, what is happening? She said my oxygen levels, I needed oxygen. And she's going in, and I'm like, she's like, I think you're having a panic attack. And I'm like, I don't think I'm having a panic attack. And I'm like, it ain't that, okay? So anyway, they find nothing. And I go home and I'm like, I can't keep living like this. That was one of the first moments I knew. I said, I cannot keep living like this. Like, I don't know what's going on in my body, but whatever they tell me, I refuse to accept it. I got to do different. I got to change. I promise you, that was probably like January ish, November, December, January ish of 2019, 2020. And it was almost like saying those words to myself. I can't keep living like this. And this is what I hope you receive today. It sparked something in me that was like, this has to be different. It has to change. This has to change. I knew it. I said, I cannot keep living like this. So at this time, I do not have the information I need, but I know enough to know where to get started. I know you should start walking. Okay. I know you should take your blood pressure better than you do. I know you should stop eating them doggone cookies at night. Okay. So I just started with what I knew to be true. So here's the danger in waiting and thinking that you're going to get this perfect revelation. You're going to get the perfect information, the perfect thing that you need to start. Because we want to know all the stuff. You be like, okay, tell me breakfast, lunch, dinner, workout here, water, boom, boom, I'm doing this. And the danger in that is that while you waiting to get it perfect and exactly right, you don't ever start. You don't ever start. So I'm telling you, all I need from you today is to receive deep in your heart that you can't keep living like this. Because once you receive that and you begin to take steps, God is so God, He shows you the next thing to do. He shows you what to do next. So at this point in life, I'm still making my own yogurt, which was my spirit of pride, baby, being super duper proud that I don't buy yogurt in the store that everybody else buys because I make my own in the Instapot. Thank you, Lord, for deliverance. Okay. Thank you, Lord, for deliverance. Okay. But I'm just telling you, you have to have that moment. And the moment that you make that decision, you may not have everything you need to move forward. You may not. But as you start moving, the next best thing becomes clear to you. So I just need you to make a commitment to something that you know you should be doing. So for me, I just made a decision I was going to walk every day. I'm just going to walk every day. Okay. Not knowing a pandemic is coming. Okay. And God got more dealing with me to do. But I'm just telling you, I don't know when that moment will be for you, but I'm praying that it's today. I'm praying that today is the day that you say, you know, I'm going to make a decision that I can't keep living this way. Whatever signals, whatever signs, because your body is tired of waiting. Your body is tired of waiting on you to get busy. So if you're ready to stop carrying the weight, because what I say is, and I always feel like I have to clarify, losing weight is easy. And what I'm saying is, if your goal is to get some pounds off of your body, you could do a calorie deficit situation, a juice fast situation, and make that happen. Okay. But what creates the sustainable change, meaning you can keep it up for years to come, what creates the sustainable change in you is when you start to look at the other weights that, baby, we don't want to talk about or deal with. Okay. Some of us have gotten so comfortable dealing with things void of our emotions where we have cut off our emotions. And we have not allowed ourselves the ability to feel anything because we don't want to feel it. We don't want to go through it. So we are emotionally unavailable even to ourselves. And so what I'm saying to you is not dealing with it is what we see when we see the physical weight. It's the fact that you haven't dealt with some spiritual things. There's some spiritual things weighing you down. There are some emotional things wearing you down. There are some relational things wearing you down. There are some personal standards that you have not created and adopted and developed for yourself that are weighing you down. So the physical weight can be your catalyst for change. But what I know to be true is you have to deal with these other ways too. So when you make the decision that I can't keep living like this, God is going to help you address all of that. All of that. So I'm not telling you that I don't ever have hardship, difficulty, obstacles, and challenges. All right. But what I know to be true is I'm more equipped to deal with them than I have ever been. Because not only did I lose physical weight, there's some mental weight I just don't carry anymore. There's some spiritual weight that I've given to my father that I just don't carry anymore. There are some emotional things that I just don't carry anymore. There are some things that I just refuse to carry. All right? People pleasing. Child could have been my middle name because there was something about feeling like you were going to be, something about people being upset with you. Okay. And I don't know at which point in the journey I learned, baby, somebody always ain't going to like it. Somebody always going to have a problem with something that you're doing. All right. So my responsibility is the posture of my heart. All right. Holding grudges, I don't do that no more. I know I used to, baby, it was some people that still walking the face of the earth that I have written off a long time ago. And God showed me you can't just write people. I called you a living community. So I'm just saying that I want you to have that moment today. I want you to have that moment where you say, you know what? I can no longer continue to live like this. I want you to become so uncomfortable with the things that have become your norm. I want the fact that you can't cross your legs to make you extremely uncomfortable because you should be able to. I want you to know, I want you to become so uncomfortable with the fact that this is what I don't want you to do. Don't come into agreement with what you see on the internet. Okay? There's a whole class of perimenopausal women, okay, that have banded together and created a slew of content that blames every problem they have in their life on perimenopause. And I'm saying, don't you be it. Don't you be it. I'm looking at, now, I did make the mistake at laughing at a couple of them because I love to laugh. Okay, I think we're supposed to laugh every day. Okay, that's one of my favorite things to do, to laugh. Okay, I just think why we looking all stank face, straight face is weird. Okay, I love to laugh. So when I'm on Instagram and I see these reels, I've laughed at a couple of Instagram must have said she love it, send us some more. And I said, it's a whole network of women out here blaming every life problem they got. Right? I don't want you to be in that group. I don't want you to be in that number. I want you to make a decision that I can't keep living like this. And then I need you to make a commitment to the thing that you're going to no longer do. I don't know if that's getting up in the midnight hour, eating things you know you ain't got no business doing. Okay. I don't know if it's laying down when you should be up walking. I don't know if it's drinking sweet tea when you should be drinking water. Okay. I don't know. You need to decide. And what I can promise you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if you just start moving, if you just start doing it, God's going to reveal to you what to do next. All right. So I started my little walking and making my own yogurt. And, I was still buying Pop-Tarts for my kids. I was still buying oatmeal in the packet for my kids. Okay. The big Sam's, Costco, the big, the big box, the bulk. But still doing that. But then God showed me, okay, maybe you should start drinking more water. So now I'm exercising, I'm drinking more water. So I'm just saying, when you start moving, he'll show you the next thing to do. And all of this to say that it was perfect for when the pandemic came And God was like, get busy right now. And I'm like, okay. Now, even then, I was looking for the wrong thing. You see how God is? Because even then, I was looking for some shakes. Okay. I was like, give me some shakes. That's what I wanted my coach to give me, some shakes. But all of it started with me making a decision that I can't keep living like this. I can't keep living like this. And every step of the way, even today, God has shown me what to do next. Because one would think, Tuka's got all these results. There's never a time where you could say, I made it. Now I want to get less body fat, more muscles. I can't. So now, as it relates to body fat, I'm saying I can't keep living like this. Okay. As it relates to not being able to do a pull up, I'm like, I can't keep living like this. All right. I need to be able to do pull ups, burpees, something. Something that requires some strength. So I love you to life. And if anything I said today really blessed you, please make sure you share it with as many women as you possibly can. All right. Because what I know to be true is that the enemy beats us up when we out here by ourselves. And if you are tired of doing this by yourself and you want to be in a supportive community, I need you to join the Ready Set Habits Wellness Community. All right. Well, we do this thing together because we were never intended to do it alone. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you like the video and turn them notifications on because I'm here every single day doing this, whatever the Holy Spirit tells me to say. So tonight, if you in agreement, say, I can't keep living like this, okay? And I'll see you in the community. I love you to life. I love you enough to help you be well beyond the weights. And I will see you here in the same place, right here, at the same time, 4 p.m.-ish, Central Standard Time. I love you to life. Have an amazing evening.